This is the Jet Guitars JS850. Just look at it. At face value, how much do you think this costs? Well, you're about to find out. Firstly, I'd like to say thank you very much to Jet Guitars for sending me this guitar to try out. You are probably wondering, who are Jet Guitars? Where do they come from? It is a brand new company that was started in 2020 and they've been building the business through lockdown. It's a husband and wife team based out of Slovenia. This guitar, however, is made in China and you never know. Seriously, pick one up and you would never know. Just to take you through the spec of the guitar, you get a Basswood body, which is very nicely relicked, both front and back. They've worked really hard to make these guitars look genuinely old. It's so cool. And one thing to take note of is, should you buy one of these, each one is relic subtly different to that of the last, meaning each guitar looks completely unique. If I were to ever constructively criticize the relicking in any way at all, is that Jet Guitars, don't relic so much up here, relic a little bit more down there. Other than that, you're doing a great job. I'm just nitpicking there. Moving over to the bridge, you get Wilkinson's take on a Floyd Rose. And I've only had the guitar a day. I haven't beaten the bridge up, so in terms of tuning complaints, nothing as of yet, but it's holding up rather well because I do very big bends. However, one thing I am a big fan of and very keen to show you is the tremolo bar attachment. Most original Floyd Rose tremolo systems aren't really that good for doing stuff that's subtle, like you would say to maybe add a little bit of pizzazz to a particular chord or whatever. What's cool about these is they're completely clunk free. It's got a screw lock attachment, so if I push the bar in, it clicks and it locks. And then what you would do is turn the bar as many times as you would see fit to set the height. I like the bar to be quite low, so I barely have to move my hands. Listen, completely clunk free, and it does the whole flutter thing very nicely as well. The bridge is fully back routed and also relic slightly, which is really cool. You get also relicked some really awesome hand-wound Korean pickups. I don't know what they are. They're made by Jet themselves, but they sound fab. And one thing that's originally put me off a humbucker single setup is that when you go from the humbucker to the single, there is a huge drop in volume. But in this case, there is none. It's literally like going from humbucker to humbucker, except this is obviously a single coil and you get all the single coil goodness you'd ever need. It's awesome. You get a volume and a three-way pickup switch, which is industrial. That is not breaking anytime soon. You get a caramelized maple neck and fingerboard, vintage jumbo frets, which are nickel, and also it's a 9.5 inch radius, so you can bend pretty far on it, and all around it maintains that classic feel. In terms of the profile, it's a modern C shape and compares very nicely to that of a Charvel Sandemus. It's very similar. And it feels like a guitar that dates back to the 80s. It's like an old pair of slippers that's just so comfortable to play. The fretwork is perfect as well. There's no obtrusive sharp edges or anything like that. It's absolutely awesome. You get branded Jet tuners as well. Other than that, there isn't much else to talk about. You also get pearl inlays too. One thing that is also really nice I want to make a point of, I didn't show it before, is back here you get a cutaway as well to access the higher frets, which is so subtle. I mean, I could play up to where a 24th fret would be and not feel a thing. And what's so cool as well is that it's perfectly blended in with the paint job here. You really couldn't see it at all. Some brands make a point of making it stand out like, this is a cutaway, look what we did for you. But in this case, it perfectly blends in. It's absolutely awesome. Enough of my waffling, let's get into some sounds. Thanks very much for watching this review, guys. I hope you've liked what you've seen. Please make sure you check out Jet Guitars. It's a startup business. It's very fresh and they're making killer guitars. Definitely check it out. Take care, guys. I'll see you later.